Okay, in this lesson we're going to learn how to play Billy Joel's She's Got Away. So let's get right into it. At the beginning, it just starts out on a G. In the left hand, you've got G, and I usually put D, the fifth, and G. And in the right hand, you're just playing inversions of a G triad. So what's a G triad? You've got G, B, and D. What you want to do is really work on, and I say this a lot in the video, work on the inversions of each of these triads. So bring this D down an octave. Bring this B down an octave. So all I'm doing here is playing each of the inversions of the G major triad. And that makes it more interesting than just having to start at the beginning like this, right? You can kind of move around a little bit. Try, arpeggiating them. Do these exercises to get used to each chord and all its inversions, and just try hitting the chords. Obviously, you're not going to play the song like this, but just to make the point to get used to kind of playing around with the G major triad. Okay, so he starts the song kind of just playing, hanging out here. Next thing he's going to do is go into the verse progression. So let's talk about what the left hand does first. Starts on G, goes to F sharp, goes to E, goes to G, B, C. So G, F sharp, E, G, B, C. What does the right hand do along with it? Let me play it for you first. She's got a way about her, I don't know what it is. So what did I do there? I have G, I've got D over F sharp, here's my F sharp, and here's a D triad, A, D, F sharp. Really it's a root position. If you took the root position and brought the A down an octave, that's where I am. So G, D over F sharp, E minor. E in the left hand, B, E, G. Bring it down here too. Again, working those inversions. Now this next part is kind of cool. It goes G, G7 over B. So G is just plain G in the bass, B, D, G. G7 over B. Over B just means there's a B in the bass. We've got B, F, G, D, resolving up to C. The nice thing about this movement is you can actually just move your hand up. See, I'm not really moving the positioning of the notes, I'm just sliding up. G7 over B to C, G7 over B to C. So, don't know what it is. This next part goes, but I know that I can't live without her. So what did I do there? Right hand's really easy. You could just go right back and forth between two chords. You go between D and C, D and C. So if you practice just doing this. And then if you put the left hand with it, all it's doing is going D, E, F sharp, E. D, E, F sharp, E, back to G. I know that I can't live without her. Now back to my point as always, to try and play with the inversions, you could play it like this. D, C, D, C, G. Or like this. So all I'm doing there is playing C and D back and forth as chords. Right hand is going D, E, F sharp, E to G. Excuse me, left hand is doing that. D, E, F sharp, E, G. And I know that I can't live without her. So essentially that's the entire verse. It does that 2 times, and on the second time it doesn't go back to this G. It doesn't go, know that I can't live without her. Instead it's going to go to this cool chord here. That's this E flat 6-9. Why is it a 6-9? time you play the verse, on the second ending of the verse, you're going to go to this E flat instead of back to the G. When you go to that E flat, again, what are ways we can play these inversions different? We don't always have to play it like this. We could play it like this. I'm just moving the notes around. So practice arpeggiating what the